you ever have to haul a 16-foot cattle panel, but you don't have a truck or a trailer, let me show you what you can do. Fold it up into a teardrop shape like this. Tie the ends together like so. And just strap it to your rack on top of your car, truck, or SUV, whatever you drive. The runner of our footer is going to be 4x4s. We're going to tie them together with these treated tree stakes. We have this heavy-duty 12x16 reversible poly tarp, and the roof is going to be made by these two 16-foot cattle panels. Start by marking our 45-degree angle. Cut that off with the chop saw. All right, we'll go 6 inches this way. Since the 4x4 is really 3.5 inches, we're gonna go 1 3/4 to be our midline. That's the center of our 4x4. We'll run the hole saw. I'm just making a little pilot hole here. All right, we're using this little hole saw right here. It's not deep enough to get all the way through, but it'll get through enough that I can come to the other side and finish it. All right, so what I have found was I had switched from my cordless drill to my corded one. Had a little more horsepower to it. And then I'm also in between using a paddle bit to help get some of the big chunks out. This one's, like I said, not quite deep enough, so I'm just in between using paddle bits. Paddle bit's only 1.5, whereas this is 2 1/8. So it's not getting all of it, but it's getting enough that I can get the rest out with a chisel. Alternating between the right size hole saw and the too small paddle bit was not the ideal way to get through it, but it was the inexpensive way to do it. There's more expensive bits that you can get out there that do a little bit of a better job of augering a large hole, but I already had this one, and this one was cheap at the store. Now we're going to take this tree stake and thread it through this end, thread this end, and measure it for how wide we want it, and cut the remainder off. Secure the tree stake inside the 4x4 is it's already through the hole here. I'm gonna give it a little bit of overhang here, and I'm gonna run these long decking screws all the way through and go 3 per side. Start on this side. You see all this overhang over here? We measured it 6.5 feet from outside the edge of 4x4 to outside edge of 4x4, 6.5 feet. Grab a saw, we're gonna cut that little extra bit off. All right, we'll putting the pig panel on right here. Got it right butted up against this little nub that we left. We've got a 2x4 holding up underneath this thing that I can slide all the way down, so that way I've got room to staple, then I'll slide it, staple, slide it. Using fencing staples to nail it. All right, we've got both panels on now. They overlap quite a bit here in the middle, which is good for rigidity. We pulled it out of the carport because we're getting ready to throw the tarp on, and we didn't want it to rip on the little edge there. But one thing we did, I went and put duct tape over all the little welded wires. If you look really close, that duct tape looks an awful lot like bacon, because that is bacon duct tape. Underneath here. Tighten them down. We'll come back and clip these and tuck them later. All right, so we just kind of folded the back end up and Zip stripped it to the corner and zip stripped it to itself. Kind of rolled it back here and ran some more zip strips, or zip ties, probably more technical term for it. Zipped it to the bottom there. We clipped all the zip ties. Now I tied a rope here, and I gave it plenty of slack so I can lift it up over here, so I can tie it and tuck it above here when it's not being used, so the pigs don't get into it. But when I'm towing, got plenty of tow rope right here. Here's the finished product. Let's bring it back here and strap down. Got tied off here so Mr. Pepsi can't get into it. That build was super easy, other than the whole situation where I cheaped out on which drill bit I used. Everything went together so smoothly. Interruptions included. It only took me about 3 hours to put it together. That also includes hanging out with my kids and includes adjusting the camera for y'all. So realistically, if I had just done this without stopping, probably 2 hours easy. What do you think, little buddy? You like your new house? Yeah?